just give you a quick insight into some of the other tools as well. So let's say we want sills. That's our sills. It's just a length tool. And again, you can just cut and paste all these if they're fairly repetitive. What else do we have? We have cavity closers. I always do the cavity closers separately. There is a way of manipulating the individual lengths that are output when you do a window deduct, if that makes sense. So once you say you've done a window deduct and the 4 sides are identified in the length, width, height column, rather than repeat the exercise of doing the closers, you can manipulate those columns in Excel. But usually you'll have them turned off because again it's information overload, but that's another way of doing the same thing. What else do we have here? We've got, say we want our wall plates closing our cavities. Have a tool for that as well. So it's close cavities at eaves and bed plates. That will appear on there. So you can just mark up everything you need to elevationally. Vertical fire socks at the party walls. If you want to do it on the outside, you can do it linearly, which is handy if you're doing a supply and fix quote, because you'll need to know the length, whereas if you just counted them you wouldn't know the length. So there's that one, there's that one. So that's a bit about how you would employ all the tools. Soldier bands, GRP chimneys, just count those. I would just count those and just put a rate against pointing up each one on the ground. Arches, gauged arches, we've got a tool for that somewhere. Gauged arch head. And again, when you output all these, they're all identifiable by their subject lines. It's a bit moody, that one. A bit more accurate. So, filtered by subject. Let's export that again. See what we've got. This count thing is the legacy of the viewport that I couldn't get rid of in this particular drawing, so we can just go ahead and get rid of that. And you can see there, you've got all your dims for all your individual taking off tools. These happen to be already totaled here, as I explained before, because we exported the markups and the totals. And I always leave these in and then I just go through and delete them out, make sure that they're all corresponding. So I'll get rid of that one, and then as I'm manipulating my bill, I will do what I need to do in the spreadsheet. That way I'm sure I've got everything I need. If you want to make your bills nice and clear, you can go ahead and just mess around with dragging and dropping. And there's another method I'm going to show you in another video, whereby if you've got a lot of house types with all the same labours and you've got 20-30 taking off tabs, it's a real pain to go through and annotate all the individual rates for all the individual items. But there's a way in Excel to do that, and we'll come on to that very shortly.